Okay? Can you feel it a little bit? Okay. So let me just maybe introduce, a word, a last word. And the word might be tantra. Right? The word might be tantra. It may be a word you're familiar with. Tantra means, in the Sanskrit, to expand. Tan means to expand. So to expand means to expand all of reality, to expand self into all of reality in a way where I feel in my daily life I can access this experience. And, here's the big sentence, all ethical collapse, right? All violence, right? In the teaching, right, of this tradition, all addiction, right, comes from, at its core, right, the inability to access this erotic dance of being, right? Addiction, violence, in all of their forms, right, are called in this tradition a void dance, dancing around the void, right? And because we can't hold the emptiness, we do everything we can to fill up the void because it's unbearably painful. And paradoxically, there's a huge, huge paradox. And I've found to be true my entire life, right? I know that there's some people in this room who've gone through journeys of addiction. There's some people who've worked with journeys. I have spent about 25 years, talking to people. Right? I don't have formal training in this field. I just have, 1,000 people I've talked to, so I want to be really clear about that. But I found one thing to be anecdotally true. I can't prove this true. I didn't do a cross-cultural survey. But all the people I've talked to in my life who've dealt with kind of powerful addiction were always so infinitely more complex and gorgeous. People you'd really want to spend a day with than people who had never dealt with it. It was kind of a rule. Kind of blessed are the addicts. That somehow my feeling was always, and I could be completely wrong about this, but it was my core feeling, was that one of the cores of addiction were particularly alive, open, and sensitive people, right, who actually felt being in a very profound way. And because they felt being in a profound way, and they weren't living in the superficial, they were living in holiness. And the opposite of the holy is the superficial. Right? The opposite of the holy is flatland. The opposite of the holy is the superficial. So when you live in superficial, so being doesn't strike you as being that unbearably painful. You're just kind of floating through, you're doing your thing. Right? But when actually you enter into the